So we're going to briefly talk about the challenges and considerations for business continuity in the contact center. Now, it's kind of odd, you might think, that when we're talking about business continuity in a contact center, but these are things that will be on the exam and aren't necessarily Service Cloud related. And so the main thing to keep in mind if you see any questions related to business continuity is some of the core concepts that you need to understand as far as providing continuous support. And this has to do with things such as entitlements and service level agreements, which we'll go into later in this course. And so if you go into setup, I'll show you entitlements. And so with entitlement management, that has to do with service level agreements or SLAs. And there's some links here around this entitlement management and a setup checklist, etc. A lot of times when you're dealing with the contact center and the Service Cloud, you've got service level agreements, meaning that you need to provide like 99.9% uptime, for example. And so we're not going to go into service level agreements or entitlements right now, but what you need to bear in mind is that usually call centers and support centers, they try to provide redundancy so that if one call center goes down, they have another location somewhere else. Now, you may have planned or unplanned downtime in a support center. An unplanned event might be an earthquake, for example, or a strike. A planned event may be upgrading your systems or doing a fire drill or emergency drill. And so support centers will have procedures in place so that they can prepare for emergencies, and they practice those as well. Because customers don't understand that a lot of times when they're calling a support agent, they may be trying to reach a support center that is currently underwater due to flooding, for example. And so you need to have processes in place so that you have redundancy, so that if there's natural disasters or unplanned events that happen, you can roll those calls over or those emails or those chats over to reps in another location. And so in the next lecture, we're going to look at a sample exam question that we find in the exam guide that has really nothing specific to do with the Service Cloud, but has everything to do with business continuity.